Today we're going to talk about what you need to be aware of when changing your telephone provider if in fact you're using Hosted SMS with MyRepChat. Now again, for some of you, Hosted SMS might not be at all what you use because you just selected a brand new number within MyRepChat or moved the number into MyRepChat, and that's just fine. This video won't pertain to you. But some of you have text-enabled existing numbers, whether they're voice over IP numbers or Hosted SMS numbers. Again, the calling features essentially live somewhere else with a different carrier than the texting features which are with us. Now, what I want to talk about today is what you need to be aware of should you change your provider, your telephone provider, if you have Hosted SMS. Now, what's important to understand about Hosted SMS is we actually don't own any of the features with your number. We host the texting feature, which means we essentially borrow the texting feature from the existing provider. So the existing provider still owns and controls all of the telephone features. So when you change the provider on the telephone side, more often than not, they're going to take the texting feature back. And so we've had many situations where somebody changed their provider, didn't realize that the texting feature might be impacted, and before you know it, your MyRepChat account doesn't work because you can't send or receive text messages anymore. And they don't notify us that this change occurred because, again, we don't own the number and they don't have to tell us. So what will end up happening with us, and unfortunately for you, is just one day your account will stop working and you won't be able to send or receive text messages. And that, of course, is not what you want. It's not what we want. And so what's really important if you're going to change your telephone providers is to try to be very clear and very specific that the texting feature or SMS feature of your phone number lives and resides somewhere else. And it lives and resides with us here at MyRepChat. Now, more often than not, the new provider will understand that and not take the texting feature, but it does occasionally happen where what they say and what they do are two completely different things. And once again, before you know it, the texting feature disappears. But it's always best to try to get ahead of that as much as you possibly can. Notify the new provider. If possible, notify us so we know as well and we can continue to look and continue to check on your behalf. But it's really important to try to get out in front of that because the last thing you want is for your number to stop working and you don't know it and we don't know it. So I hope this answers the question, and thanks so much for checking out this episode of the MyRepChat Minute.